Yo, gamer name here and welcome to another Tekken 8 YouTube video, and today my boys, we're going to be taking a look at what we know about Tekken 8 so far. So since Evo Japan, we got our last two trailers there, the Leroy trailer and the Xiaoyu trailer. So since then, things have become a little bit stale, quiet, right under the radar. Namco is about to go ghost on us, and I know this for sure. They're going to work on the game, take on character feedback after the tests and all that jazz. So I thought to myself, while we wait, we might as well take a look back at what we've known about the game so far. So without further ado, my boys, let's get right into it. Number one, Tekken is finally getting crossplay. That's right, Tekken 8 will have crossplay. We can finally play with everyone on Xbox. So PC, Xbox, and PlayStation is gonna be one huge ass community. And in this day and age, it's pretty much a normal thing right now. Crossplay should just be like default for every single multiplayer game out there. Now this is easier said than done, because there's a lot of issues that go into having crossplay in your game. License deals, right? I hear the coding is also a pain in the ass. You know, character rights and all that stuff. So it's a difficult process, but I mean, it's 2023 now. It's kind of a need, right? It's kind of a want. You must have crossplay in your game at this rate. So it's awesome to see. We never had a Tekken game with actual crossplay. The Harada did say he did plan on having Tekken 7 with crossplay, but I feel as though, wait, he did say he had difficulties with the companies, if I'm not mistaken. Something about Microsoft and Sony, I don't know, something like that. But fact is, Harada did try to have crossplay for Tekken 7, and unfortunately he couldn't get that ball rolling. So it's good to see that we actually have crossplay in Tekken 8. That's hype. Because I have a lot of friends that are on PC. I myself are on PS4 on Tekken 7. So there are a lot of people I haven't played with that are on PC, which is a shame. But this time it's going to be so much better. Ranked to be so much better in the terms that I have difficulties finding matches in my country because not a lot of people are playing. Those that play don't want to lose their rank, so they're always like ducking good players. So having crossplay will increase the chance of finding matches much faster, which I'm looking forward. There are some negatives to this. Of course, PC is like the pirate hub, right? So most of the cheaters come from save scammers and all that jazz. So it's like 50-50. Cheaters will be there. We just have to see how good the anti-cheat will be in this game, if there will even be an anti-cheat. But overall, the good outweighs the bad, and it's awesome to see crossplay finally implemented in a Tekken game. Number two, rollback netcode. Rollback netcode. We have to go back to 2020 for this. 2020, the coronavirus pandemic hits the world and everyone is in turmoil. Tournaments are getting cancelled. People are not traveling anymore. The online scene is horrible. Like the Tekken online was actually horrible. And so Bandai Namco struggles to update the game and add some kind of patch to the netcode to make it slightly better. It is an improvement from what we had last time, but it's still not great netcode overall. So Harada has confirmed that Tekken 8 will have rollback netcode. So if you guys didn't know, they did make an announcement back at the, I think the Tekken World Tour Finals, that they will be outsourcing their netcode to a company called, is it Ariza, if I'm not mistaken. So those are the guys who are going to be in charge of handling the Tekken 7, the Tekken 8 netcode and internet stuff. So that already is a positive in my eyes, because from what we've seen so far from Bandai Namco running the netcode update, it's not that great. Honestly, it hasn't been that good. Everyone on Twitter has been complaining for the longest, and Harada himself is very fed up of that. He did blow up some guy on Twitter for asking about rollback netcode again. So we do have this company taking care of the Tekken 8 netcode, which is good to see. So we do know that it will be improved. I believe they're actually working on Tekken 7 as well. So I think they're testing using Tekken 7, and we might see that being implemented in Tekken 8 after they're done with the Tekken 7 tests. So yes, Tekken 8 we will have rollback netcode, which is amazing. We need amazing net for this game. Like seriously, I want to be able to play with my homies from Europe, bro. Like just make that possible. Just make that possible. And this might be the greatest fighting game ever. Honestly speaking, Tekken 8 has that potential. Good netcode and just good content, and we're good to go. Number 3, Harada also had confirmed beta testing. So right now the game is on an alpha version, which is just the beginning of the lifespan of the game. This is early stuff, early tests, figuring player feedback, figuring shit out and all that stuff. So after the alpha tests comes the beta test. The beta test includes a closed beta and open beta. The open beta test involves literally everyone having access to the game for a limited amount of time. Say we released Tekken 8 versus mod, accessible for only 2 weeks, right? For everyone. That's how open betas work. Closed betas work by giving unique codes to specific people, a specific number of people, targeted people. So hasn't been confirmed yet as to whether we're getting closed beta or open beta, but either way, we will be getting a beta soon. And I'm thinking to myself, it might be closed beta, because if you guys don't know, back in the day, Tekken used to launch the game in arcades first before actually porting it to the console. So the arcade was more like the beta test for the game, but now in this day and age, I don't think Namco will be doing that again. Honestly, it's so outdated, and I would be hella surprised if Namco went that route again. Like, bro, screw that shit. We don't need fucking arcades again, right? Everyone needs the chance to try out the game. An open beta is what we need. So Harada has confirmed that. Maybe it might come out in arcades as well as console. So, it's a possibility. They might want to bring back arcades. I remember seeing something about green arcades being bought by certain people or certain company. I'm not sure about that, but either way, as long as we do get an open beta on consoles or closed beta on consoles, I'm okay with it coming out on arcades as well, as long as I get to play the damn game. Like, give it to me, Namco, just give it to me. I really can't wait to try this game. So yeah, closed beta, open beta, I am looking forward to that. Number 4, we should expect more character announcements, and the Tekken 8 roster at launch will actually be bigger than the current Street Fighter 6 roster, as announced by Michael Murray. As teased by Michael Murray and confirmed by Harada. So now this one is a little bit expected. We all know Tekken has always had a huge roster. So we did kind of expect this to happen, honestly speaking, but it's kind of reassuring to get the confirmation that we'll actually have a huge roster. It increases the chance of seeing some other characters that are missing in Tekken 7 right now. Everyone is crying for their main. Everyone wants to see the Horangs and the Brians, so it's kind of good having that reassurance that we'll be getting more character reviews and actually have a huge roster. Now, I feel as though Tekken is a little bit different from most of the fighting games when it comes to characters, because I feel as though once you main a character in Tekken, right, it kind of transcends, because you pick up that character like back in the olden freaking days, and the character is basically the same. The character just evolves. They do always keep their move list and their core mechanic. It's not like Street Fighter where every game the character's move list changes, right? They do have like their special moves, but the character move list changes. It's not the same with Tekken. Like, the character just evolves, but they get to keep all their legacy move lists and all that jazz. So having a main in Tekken, it's kind of, I don't know how to put it, but everyone has this attachment to their main that's very difficult to describe. Not as much as an MK player, right? An MK player can main Kenshi. Kenshi can miss the second game, and they can't really miss the character as much as a Tekken main would if they missed their character in the game, if that makes sense. Right? So having a confirmation that we'll have a huge roster and have more character reviews announced, actually feels good and reassuring, and I'm really hyped for that. I do want to see my boy Armor King, I don't want to see Steve, I want to see Bruce, I want to see Raven. The list goes on and on. So this is amazing news. I really can't wait. So now for other things, just a little bit not as important or not as deep as most of these points I've put across so far. So things like character move lists, you know, what's changed about the game, movements and all that jazz. I don't really want to talk about that because, like I said, guys, this is the alpha test. This is early days. Early days, there is so much, and when I mean so much, I mean like 80% of the stuff we've seen so far in these tests, the early gameplay, is most likely going to change when the game actually launches. So I don't really want to talk about that stuff, like rage arts being -13 only, get up kicks not knocking down, you know, stuff like get up kicks, the run animation changing. I'm hearing that the power tackle is now taken out. Just the mechanics of the game and that stuff. I don't really want to talk about that because, like I said again, it's an alpha, early days. Everything is likely to change by the time the game launches. So on that, I'll hold on to that. Maybe wait for the beta and give my opinion on the gameplay so far. Other slight things include improved graphics, of course. The graphics look insane for this game. Like Tekken 8 looks amazing, right? And we did hear Harada and Murray saying they're not happy with the way the game looks so far. So that's kind of crazy because this game looks mad, bro. Sheesh. So this shows how much passion they are putting into this game. Okay, I really can't wait to see what the final product will be if this is just the alpha. Like, Jesus Christ, man. So yeah, improved graphics. We have improved detail on character intros and win poses. We have special character intros and win poses. Now this was due. Like Tekken has just always been behind when it comes to like character personality, character details, special intros and stuff like that. They've always been behind, but they have learned now. It's safe to say these bastards have learned. They've learned from Injustice and MK because those guys are like at the top, at the tippity top when it comes to character personality and details, character win poses and intros. NetherRealm is at the top of the freaking list. But Tekken 8 has stolen a page out of their book. It's good to see. Bro, like Jin and Lance, that intro, Jesus, so good. So just imagine the rivalries, bro. Feng and Lei. Like just imagine Steve Horang, friendly rivalries. Bro, Brian Yoshi, just think of it, bro. It's gonna be so fun. So fun. Harada also in the interview, he also say something about improved customization. But for this one, we need more information on customization, honestly, because it's a huge part of Tekken, right? We need Tekken 6/Tekken Tag level customization for Tekken 8, honestly speaking. So I really can't wait to see how deep the customization is in the game. I really can't wait. So we don't have any news on when we're getting the next trailer. Maybe possibly at the next Tekken event, Tekken World Tour event. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been keeping in touch with the Tekken World Tour so far, so I have to do some research on when we're getting our next big tournament. So maybe we might get a trailer there, we might get some sort of news. But all in all, guys, let them cook. Let them cook. If they go quiet, let them go quiet. Let them work on the game. This game looks amazing already. We need them to take their time, you know, put in all their love and passion for the game and just improve it overall. So let's give them their time, guys. Let's just be patient. Don't bully Harada on Twitter, please. Leave the man. Let the man be. He's doing all he can. He's been replying to fans and all that stuff. Like, he's been doing the most, bro. People think he's rude, but it's just his way of like joking around and stuff. And dealing with internet trolls, just like kids and stuff, is not easy. So just try to bear with the man. All in all, it's a good time to be a Tekken fan, guys. We just have to be patient and see where the game goes. So these are some of the biggest things we know so far about the game. There is more, but it's just little details. Like these are just the biggest things, the most important things we know so far. And as soon as more things are announced, guys, you know I'm always posting on my wall. Videos, of course, will be out. So I'll try my best to keep in touch and update you guys, you know, ASAP. So that's what's happening. That's what's been happening in the world of Tekken 8 so far. I really can't wait for the game to be released, probably next year, honestly speaking. But I can't wait, bro. I really can't wait. If you enjoyed the video, my boys, leave a like. If you're not subscribed already to the channel, drop that sub as well. Support your boy. And thank you so much for the support as usual. I love you guys, and GG.